Welcome back to 98.7 The Fan. We're here on the Paul Kemian Show today. Let's talk about Daniel Jones. There's a lot of different opinions on him right now. Some people want to keep him. Some people think he's a top guy. Some people think he should be out of the league. Phones are open right now. 1-800-800. Call in. Let's see what the fans have to say. But in the meantime, Eric, what do you guys think?
Thank you, Paul. I really do think that the Giants should just completely get rid of Daniel Jones. I think that paying him around $40-something million a year is absolutely outrageous for how terribly he has performed. They paid him this much for one good season, which I believe was they were only that good because Brian Daboll's an offensive mastermind. They replaced Joe Judge with him. And I feel like that the Giants have now wasted away so much of their cap space and money on Daniel Jones when he's a below-average quarterback. He throws interceptions consistently all the time. His touchdown-to-interception ratio is horrible. His passer rating is horrible. I just really feel like he's wasting the Giants' opportunity to become a contender, which it has already been seen with they're not able to pay Saquon because of how much money they're paying Daniel Jones. And this forced Saquon to leave and go to, in fact, a rival who was actually able to pay him. So I think that Daniel Jones is wasting this team's opportunity of ever seeing a Super Bowl in the near future.
You have something to add there?
Thank you, Paul. I agree with you. I think that Saquon leaving, Daniel Jones has nothing on the Giants. I mean, he hasn't had a good year since his first year. So I really don't think he has anything with the Giants. I think he should just retire and be done. I mean, like you said, he throws interceptions consistently. He hasn't had a good year passing rating since his first year, and I think he's just really anxious and timid out there. I mean, and I don't think he's just really good, and I think he should be done.
All right, well, we've heard from the analysts. Let's hear from the fans. All right, we have a call in. All right, from New York.
I'm Liam from New York. I can't believe what I'm listening to. This is blasphemy all over the place. You're calling like Daniel Jones is like Chad Pennington. He's anything but that. This guy won a playoff game with Richie James as his wide receiver one. Look, credit Brian Daboll and Mike Kafka for benefiting an offense around him, but that is why he's a top 10 quarterback in the league. That's right, I said top 10. Don't give me that crap from Trevor Lawrence, $55 million. He's better than Trevor Lawrence. He's done it all. And this year with Malik Nabers is a bona fide wide receiver one stud. MVP season incoming.
Okay. So you point at 2 seasons ago, the playoff win, Brian Daboll's run. But I'm really gonna point at last year. I watched it right from the stands. I mean, he was just lost out there. He couldn't put together a drive, and in every facet of his game, he just took a step back almost.
And don't forget, he always used to fumble when he was running the ball, and he just wasn't consistent with the ball also.
Exactly, and now he's coming off an injury, so he's going to be even slower. And the thing is, he's not like a juke runner. He's north-south runner. So if he's going to try to rely on his running game as a second read, it's going to be even worse than before.
Yeah, thank you, Paul. I really do feel like, even though they had that really good run with Brian Daboll about 2 years ago, but if Daniel Jones really was a top 10 quarterback, like Liam had stated, then they would have been back in that exact same position the exact next year. But what happened next year? They fell all the way to the bottom of their division. Probably, I believe, it was the second or third lowest in the NFC and had a top 6 draft pick. And I just feel like that's mainly also on Daniel Jones, who just wasn't consistent at all during that season, ended up getting injured. So they had to bring in Tommy DeVito, who arguably I feel like performed better than Daniel Jones this season because he got, 3 straight wins, and one of those wins came against a really good Packers team.
Right, exactly. I definitely agree with you on that. And do you have anything out here?
Don't forget about Lawrence Taylor, the Taylor dude. He came clutch in critical situations also. DeVito and him. I just think both of them are way better than Daniel Jones. Even though the Giants were struggling late in the season, they stepped up and they won some games for their team. Yeah.
Well, I think you meant there Tyrod Taylor, but your point goes across definitely. And so we're just kind of in the passenger seat here. We're gonna have to see what happens with Daniel Jones here. It's kind of his make or break year. This is his final last chance. I feel like that's been said a lot, but there's no coming back from this year if he doesn't do well. So So I'm Paul Keeman. You're listening to The Fan 98.7. The time's 11:30. It ends to weather.
Right now in Clifton, it is a beautiful 88 degrees outside. The sun is shining, but there's a bit of clouds out, so you're going to expect a nice breeze to accommodate for that really hot weather.
You're listening to The Fan. Time is 11:30.